One of the most common questions I get on this channel is, what are the specs of your main PC? You see, PCs, they're another one of those things that men like to use to compare themselves to other men, like penis size, or the car they drive, or the amount of chicks they've banged. It's just another pissing contest. And if you've spent thousands, and I mean thousands of dollars on a PC solely to impress people, I've got some bad news for you. No one cares. I've never once met a girl who's been instantly seduced by the specs of a PC. All that money that you've spent has been for you. Can we stop this "look at my PC, it's better than yours" bullshit, and just be proud of our PCs? The reason I say this is I think everyone expects that I have a crazy Linus Tech Tips-like build with 24 Xeons and 15 fucking Titan X's. But I didn't want that, and I don't need that. But the reason I made this video is because my PC, my main PC, keyword, that's the Mac, the main PC, is interesting. And it has a cool story behind it. So, sit back, grab a cup of tea or a beer if that's more your thing, and enjoy tonight's episode of GreenhamTV. I would explain the reasoning and the idea of Lighthouse, but I realized younger me already explained it. So I'm gonna roll a tape of me from a year ago and let him explain the reasoning behind this strange PC console hybrid.
There is a huge gap in the gaming industry today. The personal computer uses significantly more powerful hardware and has a larger library of games than any other system, making it technically superior to everything else out there. But consoles are still very popular. They may be easy to use, but unlike PCs, consoles are not customizable or powerful. The main reason they sell is because they are simple and easy to use. My project aims to fill this gap between the PC and the console by making a solution that is based on powerful, customizable PC hardware, yet is easy to use and intuitive like a console. Other companies have attempted to fill this gap in the past, and an example of this recently is Valve's Steam boxes, which in a sense have succeeded to make PC hardware easier to use, though have failed to offer a substantial game library due to their Linux-based operating system. With my project, I aim to solve this by using a more popular operating system and more powerful hardware.
The accent's pretty terrible, huh? Basically, I just wanted something to game on. And I didn't want a complicated-ass PC. I'd been using Macs for a long time, and I didn't want another driver-filled hunk of shit, basically. But I was very jealous of my PC owner friends who had the graphics, so I definitely wanted PC architecture. But I wanted the simplicity of the console. I loved turning on my Xbox and just getting right into a game. So for my school design project, I built an x86 PC and I wrapped it like a console. I called it Lighthouse. I worked really hard and I designed everything from a custom case to airflow to a marketing campaign to corporate identity, recycling scheme, everything. I researched and I handpicked every component inside. Not to be the most powerful, but to be the best performance for the money. And the fact that Alienware used the Core i3, I think it was the 4130T, pretty much the same chip in their Alienware Alpha console, it shows that my research was definitely not wrong. But the Lighthouse console was just an idea. All that was real was the prototype. That was just the parts that I had researched, whacked into a Red Prodigy case, designed to show the markers a very rough version of the interface and the power of the system, basically. But once I finished Lighthouse, I realized how many problems there were with it. For one, it was x86, meaning 4 gigabytes of the 8 gigs of RAM I put in were just not usable. And I originally wanted it to be x86 so it could play all games, but it wiped out so much of the RAM that I just thought, fuck it, that's such a problem. So I wanted to develop a new version, one that was 64-bit for one, but it costed the same, used mostly the same parts, but performed significantly better. And once I found out about the Pentium G3 258, I did just that. Lighthouse 64 was the next major build I did for the PC. It basically involved swapping out the i3 for an unlocked Pentium, and pushing the clock speed up a lot, and then adding some cooling to keep up with it. It ended up costing very similarly to the original first-gen Lighthouse, by shaving a few dollars off with the Pentium. If you want to see how all that worked out, I made a whole video about it, and you can see it by hitting that button. Lighthouse 64 was awesome, but the whole thing just got far too hot for comfort. So I developed a bit of a plan to move back to the roots of the Lighthouse idea. Basically it involves swapping out the Pentium for the original, stable, well-performing i3, and adding an extra terabyte of hard disk storage, and then moving all of this into a much cooler NZXT Phantom 420. I simply love the Phantom 420. There's just a bunch of reasons to love it. It's flexible, it looks good, and it fits everything. But for me, probably the top feature, the one that I've just loved, is the fan controller. Being able to take my bullshit array of fans and ramp them up when I'm gaming and see them all go like jet engines, it's fucking cool. So where is Lighthouse 3 in my workflow? Well, the Mac does all the video stuff, but Lighthouse 3 does everything else. When it comes to finding music, reading a script like I am now, or just checking the emails that you guys send me, Lighthouse 3 does all of it, as well as the gaming. My wallpapers are a collection of things I enjoy, usually Saabs and Volvos, and of course, Psychodad. Do I think the Psychodad videos are fake? Well, since us YouTubers are in the YouTuber Illuminati, I can't say anything about Jesse Ridgway's. Back to Lighthouse 3. Now, as this video draws to a close, you're probably all hungry for some benchmarks, so I'm going to give you a few. But since I'm feeling particularly lazy this evening, I'm not going to read them out to you like I usually do and do the typical 78 FPS and GTA 5. No. But I will see you after the Greenmarks. There you go. There's the story of how my PC came to be. It's not a crazy impressive PC, but it certainly serves my needs, and I wouldn't have it any other way. If you like the Lighthouse idea, and you want to hear more, or perhaps you just want to hear me speak in a stupid American accent, then the proposal video is still on YouTube, and you can watch it by pressing this button. Otherwise, I hope you guys enjoy your week, and I hope you enjoyed this episode of GreenhamTV. Thanks again for watching, and good night. I forgot to tell you to subscribe, didn't I? Whoops. Well, subscribe, guys.